Fee, fi, fo, fum. It's October time, people. You know what that means? Sex, drugs, and Halloween.
It's the Bub and Gobbz Show.
La 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 la.
It's the greatest show.
It's the greatest show, yeah.
Bub and Gobbz. Bub and Gobbz.
Yeah,
Bub and Gobbz. Bub and Gobbz.
I fucking love our intro song, dude.
I do too. It's so good.
Golly. Like, I got people humming it and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking cool. Anyways.
You know you like it.
Yeah. Don't downplay
I
it.
like it.
You were down there like,
You fucking.
I don't know, I'm shaking my head at how ridiculous you guys are.
why are we ridiculous?
yeah,
'Cause
what
we
do we
like
do?
to sing our own song?
We
We're
like
so
to
ridiculous.
sing, damn it.
Look.
Gosh, sure.
I didn't mean it as an insult.
Sure you didn't.
Listen here, you son of a bitch.
You bastard.
Yes? I'm listening.
Oh, that was it. I just wanted to drink.
Okay.
I wasn't talking to you, that guy.
That's right. What up, people? Welcome, you bastards, to the Bub and Gobbz Show. Brought to you by Rogue Rooster Media Group, LLC. I got a new fucking mic, so hopefully y'all can hear me a lot gooder than you have in the past. You know, with that whole, not having a fucking microphone thing.
I got a new mic too. But my
Doesn't
computer
fucking work!
is such a piece of shit that the sound card isn't compatible. Didn't know until after I bought it. Make sure you read the reviews, people.
Yeah, definitely want to do that.
So now I gotta buy another piece to make my microphone work. But that's besides the point, because here at the Bub and Gobbz Show, we are ready to celebrate October, the spookiest month of the year.
My favorite time of year!
And all month long, we are doing semi-Halloween themed episodes, more specifically, movie monster themed episodes.
Ooh, it's all about that sex, drugs, and monsters.
Yeah. 'Cause,
I mean-
yeah. Sure.
You'll find out why. So come with us, people. Come on a journey with us to the top 5 werewolves versus vampires. Ha ha ha.
Like Bubbles is saying, or at least trying to say,
Trying
not
to say.
the best communicator, but we're
I
doing
hit
the
things for a living.
top 5 movie monsters or TV shows that involve vampires and werewolves. Preferably separately, we'll do the top 5 vampire movies / TV shows, top 5 werewolf ones. And there'll be some honorable mentions along the way, so make sure you stay tuned all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get into those top 5, make sure you go down there somewhere, click that subscribe button, and if you really like us, hit that little notification bell. If you really hate us, hit that little notification bell. That way you don't miss a beat. You can laugh at us, hate us, love us, whatever, whenever.
Because we
put
fucking
out-
love you, so deal with it.
Yeah, you can't stop me from loving you.
I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for love.
Number 5.
Number 5.
This comes from mine and Bubbles, probably personal favorite comedic genius as far as movies are concerned, the great brain of Mel Brooks. And our number 5 vampire movie / show is Dracula, Dead and Loving It.
This movie stars Leslie Nielsen as the titular vampire, the legendary Dracula. Number 4.
On to number 4. Now, number 4 is a whole series because we couldn't pick just one. We like the whole series, and it is the Blade series.
Oh yeah.
So it's Wesley Snipes playing the hero, or the protagonist of the series.
Anti-hero.
He's like a half vampire.
Yeah, half
Right,
half vampire.
and so
He's
he
a
kinda-
daywalker.
He goes in the day, walks around. He goes in the night, walks around, and he runs around killing fucking vampires. My personal favorite out of the series was Blade Trinity, and that's solely because I'm a huge Ryan Reynolds fan, and his part in that movie is fantastic.
I actually, right before we did this, I watched the little Ryan Reynolds video on YouTube where he crashed the reunion of the X-Men cast when they had their little Zoom meeting, and fucking Ryan Reynolds shows up. It's hilarious. Ryan Reynolds, if you see this, we're endorsing you because we love you. Deadpool for life.
Right? And
2 against 1.
let's not forget that Jessica Biel is in that movie. I mean,
Yes.
come on.
Yes.
That is very true. And that is another amazing thing. Jessica Biel, if you watch this, we are endorsing you. We love you. Kisses.
Yeah. And I'm not even going to lie. I love your husband, too. So if you and
Oh,
Justin want
yeah.
to come on the show, hang out, give us a high five,
Fucking
I
high
am
fives
more than
forever.
okay with that. Him and I can have a sing-off. We'll see who's better. I think we know the answer.
Yes.
No?
Can't stop the
You guys don't-
feeling.
You guys don't agree?
Can't stop the feeling. I don't know how he
mean-
does some of that high pitched shit, dude.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm a worse singer because I don't do the high pitch.
Number 3. Wait, 3.
Coming in at number 3 is one of my favorite takes on kind of the vampire universe, and that is Daybreakers. Daybreakers. If you
This
haven't
movie's
seen it, because
intense.
Floop looks confused, but if you haven't seen it, the premise of the movie is that vampires have essentially taken over the world.
This bastards.
All of civilization. Like, it's what happens if vampires multiplied to the point they overtook humans and we just became their food source. Yeah, Willem Dafoe's in it and Ethan Hawke is fantastic in it. Great movie. Floof, I don't know if you've seen it.
Dude.
So just so everybody knows, Floof the producer was not privy to our list before the episode was
Dude.
Kind
recorded.
of just
So,
sprung it on him, and he's like, "Oh shit! All right."
so everything he's doing is on the fly. Number 2. Sorry, I had to throw in the Count Chocula.
The Count.
What's his name?
The Count.
The Count. I had to give it the Count reference. That's Sesame Street for all you folks that are a little bit too young. Number 2 is a great one, in my opinion. It's got one of my all-time favorite actors, and it is Interview with a Vampire.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But Interview with a Vampire, it's got Brad Pitt, it's got Tom Cruise, all-star cast, incredible cast. What do you think, Floop? Have you seen it?
I have not.
Oh shit!
Bro. All right, Floop is about to be fired. I'm just kidding. Hasn't seen Out Cold, hasn't seen Daybreakers, hasn't seen Interview with the Vampire.
This is true. For all of
Well,
us, it's
okay,
true.
okay. For all the marbles, though, can you guess what number 1 is for vampire movies? If you guess it correct, I will drink.
Me too.
For vampire movies,
Yes.
Come on. All-time
is it-
greatest.
original Dracula.
Yeah!
Yes!
Okay.
We're drinking!
Woo! Number 1!
For number 1, we picked the OG Dracula.
Because realistically, that is the movie that started the society's love of vampires.
Well,
Not even
you
I
could
don't know if
say
it's love, it's
Nosferatu,
like
but
obsession.
that was a silent movie, and yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's stupid. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. No,
No,
I'm talking
it
Bela
is definitely
Lugosi,
Dracula.
fucking Dracula.
So now we are gonna move on, transition, if you will.
We're going to Werewolf Town. Werewolf.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe right now. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming content throughout the month of October, which is going to be filled with movie monster stuff. Having said that, let's keep going so you can find out the rest of this list. And don't forget to stick around to the end for the honorable mentions. And there might be a surprise. Starting at number 5. Number 5.
Number 5.
So this is a TV show. It's a Netflix original. And it's an interesting TV show. I don't know. If you don't watch Netflix shows very often, you probably aren't going to know what this is. But it's called The Order.
Yes, The Order. Now, it's not solely about werewolves, unfortunately, but it's still awesome, and it's kind of centered around a group of werewolves, and it's a different take on the werewolf lore, and mythos. And
Yes.
yeah, it's quite interesting. I quite enjoy it.
Number 4 is it's an older TV show. It started in 1999, I think, is what the YouTube or the
I
the
used to fucking love this show.
Loved it as well. I don't know if Floof is going to know it because he is a little bit younger, but it is Big Wolf on Campus.
Now, this was the same time frame as like when Buffy the Vampire Slayer was out, and she was kicking everybody's ass, and so people were like, "Let's have a fucking werewolf show."
Yeah, I remember the name of the show, but I never watched it.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Number 3. I haven't seen this movie in a long fucking time. But by golly, when I think of werewolf, I think of Teen Wolf. Michael J. Fox coming to terms with his werewolf family. Instead of talking to his parents about puberty, he realized that he is a werewolf, and his dad, as he opens the bathroom door to go, his dad's there, all wolfed out as well, and you're like, holy shit! And to see a wolfed out Michael J. Fox slam dunk a fucking basketball from the other side of the court was awesome.
Which brings us to number 2.
Number 2.
Which is as patriotic as it gets because it is American Werewolf in London.
I love this movie, dude. Like, it's got its fair share of holy shit scary, and got its fair share of romance and a little bit of suspense, and well, the werewolves. I mean, yeah, it's pretty nasty. People get pretty messed up, and but it also has this really funny parts too. So it's got a good blend of everything. Number
2.
1.
Floof, the producer. This is your chance to get Bubbles and I to drink once again. Bubbles, get your drink ready because I think he's on a roll. But you get to guess our number 1 werewolf movie. Go.
Oh man.
Are you Googling shit right now?
I am, because I was going to assume that the movie you put in number 2 would have been number 1. I don't know the name of it, but whatever the first werewolf movie was.
Ooh.
I don't know if it was the first, but it's definitely like one of the first.
The Wolfman.
Great
Pretty-
movie.
It is a great movie, and back in the day, that guy was scary as fuck, hairy as fuck,
He
and
was.
well, I kind of am chasing after that look. Yeah, so those are our 2 lists of top 5 werewolves and vampires. People, comment below. Do you agree or disagree? Did we miss something? Are there other movies out there where you're like, what the fuck were you 3 thinking? I'm just saying. That's our list. What's yours? Comment below. But before you leave, before we finish this, we're going to talk about our honorable mentions.
These movies are within the vampire and werewolf genre.
Yeah.
But they're not solely a werewolf movie or solely a vampire movie, and that's why they're going to be in our honorable mentions. Starting with number 4. This one is a TV show, and it actually is solely kind of like a werewolf TV show. There's some witches and stuff in there, but it's based out of Canada, and it is called Bitten. Has the incredible Laura Vandervoort, and she plays this sexy girl that just becomes a werewolf. They're more of like a different take on not a different take, like a take on werewolves where they transform into actual wolves, not into like the humanoid wolves. So that's kind of why we put her in the honorable mentions, or put the show in the honorable mentions, because it's not your traditional werewolf.
That, and she is just drop dead gorgeous. Miss Laura Vandervoort, if you ever have the chance to come on the Bub and Gobbz Show, we would love to have you because we are great fans and we think you are drop dead gorgeous. Come check us out, and we would love to have you on our show. Please.
Moving on. Sorry.
Number 3.
Number 3 for our honorable mentions is called Being Human. Now, there's 2 versions of the show. There's the British version and the American version. It is about a vampire, a werewolf, and a ghost who are roommates, and all the fucking
Shenanigans that go on
with that. It's not a comedy per se, but it does have a lot of comedic moments, and a lot of good drama pieces as well. On to number 2.
Number 2.
This is another Netflix original series, and it's fantastic. They only got 1 season before they got canceled, which is super sad. But it has a pretty sweet cast of people. It's primarily vampires, or a version of vampires that I really like. It's called V Wars, people. V However you make
You
a
trying to do
W.
a fucking X? What the hell
Yeah, I
is
was about to X it up. I don't know. Cool thing about it is another show that has the gorgeous Laura Vandervoort.
Wait, say what? She's in that too?
Oh, she's in it, buddy!
Oh, Miss Laura
She's,
Vandervoort. Once again, we love you and we would love to have you on our show. Please like, share, subscribe so we can have Laura Vandervoort on our show. Before we get to our number one honorable mention, let's talk about our number one and only dishonorable mention.
Ooh, the dishonorable mention,
Dishonorable
also
mention!
known as the worst movie in any of the categories we've talked about today. The worst, absolute worst, fucking sucks. Here we go. Should we have Floof try to guess it?
Yeah, I was literally, Floof?
Get your drinks ready, because it's not a hard guess.
Nope.
Huh. Could it be Twilight?
It absolutely is Twilight. It is
Why
terrible.
would you have a movie or a book series about vampires who don't die in the sun? Let's go on to number one. And this is a special one.
Honorable mention. And honestly, it might be the number one out of any of the categories. It's pretty special.
It's not a movie.
It's not a movie.
Not a TV
or
series. It is a person.
It is an actress, to be specific. Or Pacific. You can be Pacific, I'll be Atlantic, whatever.
I mean, technically, I'm Pacific, you are Atlantic.
Right now, yeah. It is the one, the only
Kate Beckinsale.
And why did we pick Kate Beckinsale? Well, I'll tell you why.
A.
Because she has been in Underworld, the Underworld series.
Yep.
Which you might wonder, well, why didn't they pick Underworld in one of their top fives? Because it has werewolves and vampires. We couldn't pick which one, so it's the number one overall.
Yeah.
She's also in Van Helsing.
That's right. Hunting a werewolf
Which is-
and a vampire. Oh, gosh.
Hunting werewolves, hunting vampires, a werewolf hunting a vampire. It
Yes.
gets crazy.
It gets all kinds of fucking nuts.
Because of this, Kate Beckinsale is the number one werewolf/vampire actress in the history of werewolf/vampire movies.
Brought to you by Bub and Gobbz.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, notifications, and
Share.
comment below. What's your favorite vampire, werewolf, or combo movie?
Do you agree with our number one honorable mention? Because Kate Beckinsale is absolutely gorgeous. Miss Kate Beckinsale, if you ever want to watch the Bub and Gobbz Show or come on our show, please hit us up at Bub and Gobbz Show via YouTube. We love you.
Yep. Apparently this whole episode has been us trying to solicit celebrities to come on our show.
I mean,
But fuck
isn't that the
it!
fucking point? Fuck it! Full send.
Wilson.
For all of those out in internet land, thank you so much. We fucking love you. Thank you so much for checking out the Bub and Gobbz Show. If you made it this far, you know who our honorable mention is, and you love Kate Beckinsale as much as we do. And beer. Cheers, all.
Come on!